message me on Instagram and help to donate. There's also a $ below the video. You can donate through there whatever you feel like to help out the women, or in the description box there's my PayPal account. You can do, give it through there too, so I can buy the thread and send them out to them. And we are grateful and humble, very much so, for your kindness and your good heart. So please do help, okay? So we are going to get started. I usually use hook 3.5 or a 3, a small one for tucking in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. And 99.9% my thread is 100% cotton thread. It's a 4-ply, same thing as Aunt Lydia, number 3. So we're going to get started, everyone. Thank you so much again for being part of this journey with me. So pretty much did these 7 double crochets, the 2 squares, 1 group. Come to the end before the corner. Again, 1 square, the group, another square, 1 double crochet, and proceed the same way again. Do the same thing on this side, exactly as this, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So going into row 10, always counting from the red one only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 double crochets. Chain 2. We're going to do a double crochet over double crochet and start creating the 3 double crochets, our group of 3 double crochet. Chain 2. Create our group in here again of 3 double crochet. Two chain. We're going to skip the first 2, going to the 3rd, double crochet, another double crochet, and another double crochet. So we don't do the first 2 and we don't do the last 2. Chain 2, create our group again in the center of the heart. 3 double crochet, chain 2, and again on the next space our group of 3. Chain 2, skip again the first 2, going to the 3rd, and 3 double crochets. Because we don't do the first 2, we don't do the last 2. Chain 2, create our group again. So this is how it's going to be on this row. It's all about creating those groups of 3 double crochet, always skipping the first 2 double crochet and the last 2 double crochet. So now you're going to have all groups all along until the end, until here, and then create our normal 2 at the end. Okay? Remembering always to skip the first 2 and the last 2, the first 2 and the last 2, and create your groups. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, just to make sure you're on the right path, we have 22 groups of 3 double crochet all the way to the end. 22 groups, okay? And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 double crochets. Okay, everyone, I'm going to row 11, 3 chain. We're going to continue to do our motifs here, so we should have 12 double crochets, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and adding one at the end, 12. Now this row is only going to be about groups, except here, 2 chain. We're going to keep it 1, like that. And all the way, again, like here, we're going to do just groups. Chain 2, into the next space. Chain 2, into the next space. That's all it's going to be. Now when you get to your 4 corners, like here, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet. Into this side too, 1 double crochet. Everything else is groups, and of course adding 1 at the end, we'll have 12 double crochets. So very simple. I'll meet you at the end because it's only groups of 3 double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you understood. So it's only groups of double crochets until the last one here. We're doing 1 double crochet. And then going into the motifs here on the edge by adding 1 at the end as usual. This is perfect color. Christmas, Valentine, any time of the year, of course, but especially for those dates. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end. Look how stunning it's already looking, right? Look at that. Now, next row, we have 1 more row of these squares, and then I'm changing color, but there will be a little difference. Instead of doing 2 chain, we'll be doing 1 chain, because the row after that is only 1 row of double crochets all the way around, but we'll meet you there. Okay, everyone, so going into row 12, so we did 1 only here at the edges, and everything else is groups. So row 12, we have 13 double crochet. Now, chain 2, I'm coming in on top of the double crochet, and this row will be all groups of 3 double crochet. We're going to do 1 chain only. If your stitch is extremely tight, you can do 2, okay, because the next row is going to be just double crochets, and we're going to put only 1 double crochet inside. So, and this 1 chain is only on the sides, we're going to continue to do the 2 chain on the edge. Okay, now like I said, if your stitch is extremely tight, you can do the 2 chain. Okay, so it's all going to be about groups, doing 1 chain only because we're doing double crochets. The next row will be a row just of double crochets, and for that reason we're doing 1 chain, so you don't get confused of putting 2 inside, because this side and the other side will have only 1 double crochet inside of this space. But even if you do 2 chain, if you're very tight, it's no problem. We're still going to do 1 double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So we're reaching here at the end. I've done my last group here. Okay, so I've done my groups, I've done my 2 chain. This is the only place and on the edge that has the 2 chain. Everything else here on the sides is a 1 chain. So we're doing double crochet over double crochet, still adding the 2 at the end. The next row we're only going to do 1 on the last double crochet. Chain 2, still doing the chain 2 on the edges, of course, because this is the curve. We need to do that chain 2, or else it's going to pull too much on the pattern. So we're just going to continue to do it the same way. The only difference is that 1 chain. Okay, so when you get to here, so you're still going to do your 2 chain here, but everything else will be 1 chain. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going to row 13. I finished my round. I'm going in with the cream color. I left my thread on here so I can continue, because after this row I'm going back to the red. Now if you feel like you need to cut it and tuck in the loose end, if it's better for you, then go ahead. I'm leaving mine and I'm going to start on the last, you can start anywhere really, on the last one here. Now this time we're only doing 1 double crochet on the last space of the edges, not 2, just 1. So I'm doing single, 2 chain. I'm coming in where we have the 2 chain and doing 2 double crochets. Okay, I'm gonna do my double crochet inside of the chain here. Pull this one to the back and double crochet on top of the double crochet and continue 1 per space. So where we have the 2 chain will be 2 double crochet, and where we have the 1 chain we have 1 double crochet. So this is the edge, the last motif of the edge. One double crochet only, because we are adding 2 where the 2 chain are here. And then 1 on top of the double crochets from the previous row. And where I have my 1 chain, I'm doing 1 double crochet. Now for people that did the 2 chain, you can just go right over and do your 1 double crochet only. Okay, so very easy. We're going to continue to do this all the way around. So where we have the 2 chain, it's 2 double crochet, and where we have the 1 chain, it's 1 double crochet. So that means here and here are 2 chain, because that's part of the curve. and then only one at the end of our motif. Everything else is one. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I've reached the end. I've closed in with my slip stitch. I can cut this now, and I've cut it a little bit further just so I can get it in through the stitches. So I'm going to come from up top. So I'm just tucking in the center here, because then when we're going to work on top, it's going to cover this behind the double crochets, and this way we're sure that nothing is going to come apart. I'm going to cut the excess off. Okay, now back to my red, and I still have a little bit of thread here from the beginning when we started the stitch. So I'm just going to bring it back here. Yes, I didn't pay attention to crochet over it, but no problem. You could, if you have a hot gun glue, it's also very important to have. If you don't, you should get it at your Dollar Tree, dollar store, because sometimes these little loose ends at the end, you can just dip a little hot gun glue, the transparent glue, not the white, and you're secure that nothing comes apart. Even if you wash, it won't come apart. Okay, so now I am back into my red. Just pull my thread here. So we're right here on the last one, right? The last motif here. I'm going to grab my thread on the second double crochet. So I'm just going to grab it from the back, and I'm going to pull it. This is just for the people that did not cut. I don't think I grabbed my thread properly, right? Let's try that again. So on the second double crochet, I'm going to grab my thread right through here, like that, okay? And I pull on my thread here. So now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. So I'm in my second double crochet. I'm going into the next one. I'm going to do a group of 7 double crochets, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have our 7 double crochets group, and 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3 on my 4th one. I'm going to create those 7 double crochets again. 2, 4, 6, 7, chain 3, and skip 1, 2, 3 on my fourth one, create my 7 double crochets again. Now I'm going to continue to do this until the edge, just before the edge, I should say, the end of the side here. Continuing to do the groups of 7 double crochet, 2, 4, 6, 7, 3 chain, and skipping 1, 2, 3 on your fourth space, you start your groups again. Now I'm going to come back to you once I have 10 squares. Okay, so now we have 3. All right. Okay, so I have my 10 squares, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, from here on, it's going to be a little bit different because we're at the edge doing the curve. We're still going to do the 3 chain, but we're only going to skip 1 space and going to the next one. We're going to have 10 squares on the edge here also. So I'll come back to you once I finish doing my 10 squares on the edge. That means counting, if you want to put a marker, from this one here. Okay, so that's my first, 2, 4, 6, 7, chain 3 again. We're going to skip 1 space only and into the next one and create our groups of 7 double crochet again. So I'm on to my second square. Okay, I'll meet you at my 10th square. So I have 2. Okay, you guys. So I've done my 10 squares on this side also. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do the 3 chain. After we've done our 10, now we're going to skip the 3. 1, 2, 3 on your fourth. So on this side, you're going to have only 9 squares, okay? So we're going to continue to do our 7 double crochets and skipping 3 space. 2, 4, 6, and 7. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3 on your fourth. We continue to do the groups of 7 double crochet. Okay, so we're going to do that until the end, just to give you a glimpse. Okay, everyone, so just pull my thread here. So you remember we did the 10 up to here, and we're supposed to have 10 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to start off skipping only 1 space now. I don't know if I had mentioned we were going to only have 9 on this side, but whatever. Sometimes my head is spinning. So skip 1 into the next one. And continue to do your groups all the way to the end. By skipping 1 only, we're at the edge again. So we're going to have a total of 10 here at the edge also. Okay? I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I'm almost near the end. Now coming to near the end, by skipping 1 and I go into the next, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 space, but I need to skip one here, right? So I'm going to add one more into the same space here, do my 3 chain, skip a space, and continue to do my 7, which I'll be adding one on the same space here on my last one also. Okay, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to add another one here, 5, 6, and one more on the same space, 7. And chain 3. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have our 10 squares up top also. Okay, on to the next row. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, row 14, going to row 15. Okay, so I'm changing color. You can continue the same color you're using here if you'd like. It's going to be all hearts up top, so if you want to continue with those red hearts, you can go ahead. But I'm going to go with this color. And this is where we closed off. This is where normally we do our 3 chains. So I'm going to come in the second one and do a single. And this will equal a double crochet with, try to hide my thread here, with 2 chain. 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to come into the next one, double crochet. I'm going to come in again to the next one. We're going to do 5 double crochets, so that means we're not doing the first double crochet and we're not doing the last double crochet. 4 and 5. We're going to do 1 chain. We have the 3 chains here right in the center, the middle one of our 3rd chain. I'm going to come in and I'm going to do 3 double crochets. Maybe I need to put my black towel for this, or you're going to have a hard time to see it. Chain 1 again. We're going to skip the first one, going to the second one, and do 5 double crochets. So we don't do the first, we skip, and we skip the last. 1 chain, we come in the center where we have 1, 2, 3 chains, we come right in the middle one and do 3 double crochets. So we're going to continue to do that, and I'll meet you at the end here of the row. Okay, everyone, so basically this whole row will be done the same way all the way around by doing the 5 double crochets, skipping the first and the last, and on chain 3 here we do 1 chain and put 3 double crochets together, and then 1 chain again, and proceed the same way. This will be done exactly the same thing all the way around. So I'll meet you at the end of my row 15. Hey everyone, going to row 16. So I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm going to do the walk. I call it the walk to the next double crochet. So that's the second one. 2 chain, that would equal a double crochet. I'm going to create 3 double crochets here, 1 per space, chain 1. In my first double crochet here of the 3, I'm going to create 2 double crochets. We're going to have a total of 7. In the center one, I'm going to do 3 double crochets all in the same space. So that's 5 already. And on my last one, I'm going to do 2 double crochets. So I've created 7. 1 chain. I'm skipping the first double crochet, coming into the second, 1 per space, and I'll have a total of 3 double crochet. This row will be repeatedly the same way all the way around. 1 chain, and again on the first double crochet of this little group, 2 double crochets. On the middle one, 3 double crochets in the same space, and 2 on the last one. Total of 7 double crochets. Okay, so do yours and I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so we finished doing row 16, going to row 17. I'm going to do the walk. So I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch, do my walk, I call it the walk, slip stitch through everything all the way to the first double crochet here, and I'm going to do a single here and 2 chain. This will equal my double crochet. Another double crochet on the same space. Next space, 1 alone. Next space, 2 double crochet together. We're forming the other heart. Next space, 1 alone. Next space, 2 together. Next space, 1 alone. And the last space, 2 together. You're supposed to have 11 double crochets in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 2 double crochet on the first one, 1 alone, 2 together, 1 alone, 2 together, 1 alone, and the last one, 2 together. We're going to go directly into the first double crochet here. So we're going to skip all 3 here and do the 2 double crochets together. Next space, 1 alone. Next space, 2 together. Next space, 1 alone. So we're going to have the 11 double crochets again by doing 2 together, 1 alone, 2 together, 1 alone, and this, oops, I made a mistake here, it's 1 here, and the last one, 2 together. And then we just skip directly into the first one here and create 2 double crochets, and next space, 1 alone, next space, 2 together. We're going to do this all the way around the same way. So I'll meet you at the end. Finish row 16, going to row 17. Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, finished row 17, going to row 18. I better put this on here so you can see better. Okay, so I'm going to come back into the space here, and I'm going to pull my thread inside so I can stay here in the middle. And I'm going to do a slip stitch. Now I'm going to skip 1, 2. On my third one, I'm going to do double crochet 6 times. We are finalizing the heart. 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to skip 1, 2 on my third one, single. I'm going to skip again. 1, 2, on my third one, 6 double crochets again. 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to come into the center, single. So we have our first heart done. We're going to repeat this all the way around. So I'm going to skip 1, 2 on my third one, 6 double crochets, done my 6 double crochets. I'm going to skip 1, 2 on my third one, single, 1, 2 on my third one, 6 double crochets again. You're going to repeat this all the way around, and once I am done my row, I'll come back to you again. 2, 4, 5, and 6, and directly into the space, single. Okay. Okay, everyone. Try to move this. Maybe it's better now. So I finished all the hearts. I've closed in with the slip stitch. Now, I've decided to add this at the end with the same cherry red. And basically, you start anywhere. I had started on the one of the singles. This is just slip stitch, grabbing in the center and just going through the back loop in the middle of the stitch, every single one of them. So it's just slip stitch all the way through. This is optional if you want, but like I had mentioned, I was going to change up the pattern and, you know, make it my own. Wasn't going to have exactly the same thing as the picture that was sent to me. And a lot of my friends have created this this pattern. They have done tutorials on this pattern, but different stitch, different, you know, everybody I guess makes their own thing. So that's all there is. It's just slip stitch all the way through. You can add some flowers here if you want, with some leaves also. I'm still debating if I'm going to do it or not. If I do, I'm just going to put it here. I got to see if I have a few flowers there already made. Doesn't matter the color, just to give you an idea. Okay, so this is just as an idea. Doesn't mean I'm going to put them. Not that they're not pretty. I think they are. But you can put, you know, some flowers like that. And then you can have some leaves. I was looking for some leaves and I can't seem to find any. So I try to go back and try to see if I can find some sort of green just to show you. I usually have a few made just so when I'm doing patterns, I display it and see if I like it. And then I don't have to, you know, go back and create it or whatever or not. But this is just, you know, to give you an idea what you can do with it. See if I can get it fixed here. It's this way. So you could add flowers, like I said, on both sides, like the other side and this side, so the opposite side. I think it looks gorgeous. So I'm still debating what I'm going to do, but anyway, I'll have the reveal shots at the end and a little video to go with it. I want to thank every single one of you. I will be creating the smaller doilies with 2 hearts, and I'm probably going to do the placemat with 1 heart. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And of course, if I know the original uh, designer of this pattern, then I will link it below or pin up in the comments. Until then, I guess it's everybody's game at this point. And like I said, I've switched up a few of the stitch and added on other things to it. So thank you so much, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It's free of charge. You're not paying for it, and it's helping the channel. Thank you, everyone. I send you much hugs and love and peace. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time. Bye-bye.